Tell us, what is Scholas and how are you changing the face of the tech industry?
So I love this question because Scholas is a national organization. We're not only here in Boston, but we're in 23 locations across the country. And we came to Boston 5 years ago. Scholas is a workforce-based organization that we're really trying to change the face of tech here. We are taking folks from underrepresented communities and giving them an opportunity to experience learning for free. And that's what we do. We have these 13 to 15 week-long programs that are free for all of our learners, very much boot camp style in IT, cybersecurity, AWS, software engineering. Next year we'll be doing Salesforce Administrator. And then we're pitching them to companies and saying, hey, this is great talent. You want great talent? You want a diverse talent pool? Here. And what's really awesome about Scholas is that the average age is about 33. You have 18 to like 50, 60-year-olds. We have really blended classes. And I think that's what really differentiates Scholas from anybody else, is that there's no age restriction. As long as you have that willingness and eagerness to like pursue tech, we're willing to help you.
Awesome. And yeah, that was my next question. If you could speak a little bit more to it, what makes Scholas so different from any other higher ed, institution or classes or training that people could take?
I would say, firstly, it's free for the learner. We are not charging a thing. You get your textbooks for free. If you need a loan or a laptop, you get that for free. Everything that you're doing, it doesn't charge you whatsoever. Secondly, it's 13 to 15 weeks long. It is very much boot camp style. 4 days of technical training, 1 day of professional development. Because we really believe that, yes, the technical skills is going to get you the job, but the professional development is going to help you maintain the job. So that's why we really believe in that pronged approach of like technical and professional development. Not only do we do that, after the 13 and 15 weeks, we provide them with job searching help. Helping with the resumes, helping them with their cover letters, with their LinkedIn, with the mock interviews. If they need help with any job interviews coming up, we'll do that. Up to 2 years after they graduate, they could always pick up the phone and give us a call. And we're like, hey, we want to help.
Awesome. So it's not even just a training facility or, a mentorship place. It's also a resource, that they can fall back on. And yeah, you talked a little bit about the age diversity. Can you talk a little bit more about what other communities you specifically reach out to and how that attributes to the wide range of diversity that you guys have?
Yeah, so I would say that our population is blended, not only in terms of race, but in terms of age, in terms of where people are from. Just today, I was in a class and we have folks from Afghanistan, Ethiopia, Albania, China, some Latin American countries as well. And it's so beautiful to see that everyone, even though no matter where they're coming from, they all have that hunger for IT. And that's such a beautiful thing. Scholas really believes in diversity, equity, inclusion. It is in our breath, it's in our DNA. We really want to make sure that all of our learners come in, even though no matter what zip code that they're coming in from, that they feel welcomed, that they feel at home here. That's part of my job as site director at Scholas Greater Boston, is to make sure you are a learner. I know you come into the most innovative square mile in the world, Kendall Square, but how do you have an impact here? Your voice does matter here. What you're learning and what you're going to take from here is going to impact the world. So how do we make you have a voice in our classes, in these mock interviews, when you're talking to all of these corporate partners, when you're going out into the community to all these networking, that you're not feeling like you have imposter syndrome, but you are like, no, I actually belong here. And that's what I really love about Scholas, is we're really bridging that gap and creating opportunity for anyone who really wants it.
Yeah, absolutely. And not everybody knows that this is available to them as well. So, when we talk about job training, a lot of people talk about soft skills. Yeah. What sort of soft skills do the learners work on at Scholas?
I was alluding to this a little bit earlier. Like, the statement that we love to say is the technical skills gets you the job. The soft skills is what helps you maintain that job. And here at Scholas, not only are we working on those cover letters, those LinkedIns, the mock interviews to help you get there, but what is the things that you need to learn while you're there? How to be an effective communicator, how to be one who works well on teams, how to be one to like project manage and be organized and be timely. All of our learners, we come in and say, hey, we need you here early. On time is late, and late is unacceptable. We want to make sure that you're coming and dressed to impress, because you're never going to know who's you're going to meet. The communication, you're going to be communicating with teams, whether you're a SOC analyst after graduation or a help desk after graduation. How do you communicate what issues are taking place for this person's laptop who has zero clue about technology? I think that's what I also like about like things that we're trying to do in terms of like our capstone projects. For example, our cybersecurity, they just went on a capstone and said, hey, how do we create a network for Scholas? I'm not an IT professional whatsoever. I don't even know what an IP address is, not gonna lie to you. But I'm saying, okay, we have this capstone project. It's a beautiful thing. Make that make sense for me. So not only are you able to talk the talk about tech, but you're also explaining it. All of our jobs in IT is not always in an IT company. Every location, every business is an IT organization, if you think about it. They have some IT aspect. So not everyone's gonna know the ins and outs of IT. So I think that's what Scholas is beautiful in the sense that we're giving them these skills on how to be effective communicators, how to cross-collaborate across different teams, because you never know where you're gonna end up, but they have the skill set already in their back pocket.
Absolutely, and those are skills that people develop over time. So the fact that you guys have a program where everything is condensed and it's digestible is probably really helpful for people who don't even know where to start, right?
Right, exactly.
So can you talk about how many students find success after completing the program, and what sort of jobs and careers do they find themselves succeeding in?
Yeah, so we have a graduation rate of 80%. Nationally. But every kickoff, every 13, 15 weeks, we do a kickoff and I say, look to the person to your left, look into the person to the right. Statistically, only 80% of you is going to make it. However, I am believing that you made it through this admission process for a reason. Yeah, granted, outside challenges may come up along the way, right? Whether it's family emergencies or something along those lines. But about 80% nationally do find success here. 80% job placement rate is our goal. Here in Boston, we are really striving for wages at least $26 and up. We see a difference that learners who enter our program and leave make 3 times the amount, which is awesome.
Yeah.
That's the goal. That's the impact that we have.
Yeah.
And I was mentioning a little bit earlier, we are helping our learners become in industry for IT support in terms of like help desk, in terms of SOC analysts, in terms of like Java developers. That is our goal. Right. That's the impact that we're trying to have.